Welcome to Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons. Join our heroes Phoebe, Milo, CJ, Bentley, as they explore the Laris region, learn about their new friends, and discover the world around them. As we rejoin our heroes in the hot desert sun, the sands beneath their feet begin to shift.
So I think should we just short rest for a little bit? Real quick?
Yeah.
I can regain some HP from my Weeping Bell battle. We can let Ben's head wound stabilize.
Throbbed for some...
The wound is beginning to smell like almonds. That's not good.
No. Sounds terrible.
What
Your
the
voice
heck?
changed. Quite drastic.
Are you alright?
Ow!
Touché.
So, do we tell you how long we want to rest for? Or do you just say this amount of time has passed? Or we've never done this?
Roughly an hour
Okay.
will pass.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have any light activities that you'd like to work on?
I'm just
Redress my head wound, I guess. I don't know.
stretching, trying to relax after that.
Limber up.
Stretching.
Yeah. I'm-
Some lunges, you know?
every Pokemon I've got with me is weakened, so they're just gonna chillax, let their adrenaline come down.
Yeah.
Banks taking a snooze after eating all that fish.
That's
Nice.
right.
And saving my bacon.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snoozy bang.
So, further in the direction that we're going, like having crossed the canyon, is there like a path or like a direction that seems like the right way to go? And also, too, do we want to like check that like nature path that started on the other side that may be on this side, or
We'd have to find it, but
Yeah.
Obviously I would rather go to town and get Monty back, but inversely, given everything that's happened today, I'm down to do what the group wants to do.
okay? I mean, I'm pretty burnt out on bridges. I'm not crossing another goddamn bridge. So if we want to go into the canyon and explore a little bit, I'm down. But if we just want to continue on, I'm fine with that too. Either way.
What's the path situation on our side of the...
So the path situation on your side is the path goes parallel to the canyon
Okay.
in both directions so far. You're kind of at like a T-junction. So it looks like in order to progress forwards, you'll have to go in one direction or another.
Okay.
That or you can just go up the mountain.
But we need to get what?
There's a mountain in front of us. So it's like canyon. We cross the canyon. There's a path here.
And then there's a mountain behind it?
Yeah, it's like you're in a very like hilly kind of mountainous region.
Oh, snap.
And
Along
that's
this canyon.
north, right?
That is north.
Well, what the
Which
fuck?
way is Zantha?
North.
Zantha
Oh,
is north.
okay.
So you have to go around one of these sort of
What's this mountain look
Jagged.
like?
A mountain?
That's a nice boulder.
Fucking one.
First roll.
God.
Set
Get it out of the way.
rocks. It's pretty sharp.
Solid.
It is a mountain.
I don't know if you guys can see how sharp these rocks look, but I might pick up a few of them.
I need some more ammo for my back.
All I have is 3 pebbles, and they're weak.
I'm gonna say with a 1, you
Is
fail
there
to find any
is there
rocks.
one path at this juncture that we can tell starts looping around sooner than the other?
Not necessarily sooner. The mountain is not immensely large. Like you can see the top of it from where you're at.
Okay.
Probably take you an hour and a half to kind of hike up there.
That's not bad.
Nothing too crazy.
It's an easy hike.
Except for the swarm of Mareep that live on this
Yeah.
Yeah,
small
well,
hill.
let's not get involved with that.
I mean, if we just go to the top to scout, and then we can come back down.
It's not a bad
You
idea.
know who's up there? Mareep.
Probably. Just gonna taunt us.
just nagging us from the top. Hey, fuckers! I almost killed you all. Yes, you did. Yeah, I'd be down to hike, even though my brain hurts.
Yeah.
I'm
Can you do that? Are you good to do that?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Second person in the crew to get concussed following CJ, so enjoy your time when that happens. Also, Tia and I got
Final
our
destination.
death scares out of the way early, so
Yeah.
happy about that. Don't have to.
First death scares.
Yeah.
God.
Great. The mountains starts to
Terrifying.
rumble.
No! An earthquake rocks you into the canyon and you're dead.
And we can
God.
see too, maybe up there if there's a path down into the canyon.
All right, so where y'all
Are
going?
we're going to the canyon then?
No,
I'm
we're
saying
going
go
up the mountain to
see if
scout.
there's a path
To
down
Oh.
into the canyon.
Okay.
See if we can get any
Sure.
sights to see
Let's do
where to go.
Okay.
All right,
do it.
Let's climb the mountain.
Let's go.
All right, everybody.
Uh-oh.
Everybody who's climbing the
Oh,
mountain,
God.
need a Constitution check from you.
Climbing time. So Crash has to make one too, right?
Everybody who's climbing the mountain.
I'm not gonna climb anymore.
Bro. Oh, sick.
A
Pro.
Bentley
bro.
is still
So,
in dire straits.
Violet and Howl are back in their Pokeball. I'm carrying the Cyndaquil.
Okay.
Growl and Banger also back in their balls.
Yeah, everybody's in there. They're
Crash and I are climbing.
respective balls.
Constitution. 14.
Pretty
Okay.
dope. Your constitution's high.
So everybody but Bentley makes relatively decent time up the mountain
Got 19.
and is not affected by any changes in altitude or extra heat or dehydration.
Is it a volcano?
We're fit.
However, Bentley on the way
Wouldn't
up,
it get cooler?
you
Bentley.
start kind of drying out a little bit. You get real thirsty.
Okay.
He's thirsty.
Hey.
He's got kind of like cracking lips and he looks like he's sort of drying out.
It's like crash saliva.
I'm quite parched. Quite parched.
I mean,
You
Crash
don't
could
look too
spit
good.
into your mouth if you want.
Oh, God.
Gross. But also, I'm so dehydrated that I kind of want that.
Go!
Let's get weird.
All right, Crash, here we go. Throw up some water into Bentley's mouth.
Throw up some water.
Try
When
not
you
to hurt
phrase
him.
it like that.
Try not to hurt
Seriously,
him.
Lord.
That's an 18.
I'll feed you baby birds. Kind of makes like a little like hose stream, kind of like cracking a hydrant.
He's like a
Sort of
bubbler.
out in front of you.
Take a sip.
Have a sip from the hose.
Fill your canteen.
Yeah. Do I have a canteen? That'd be pretty sweet.
Does he have a sparkling setting?
Yeah, I'm gonna like
Sparkling
splash
or
water
flat?
on my face.
bitches here.
And drink until I'm not feeling as faint anymore, I guess.
Okay. You guys are most of the way up at this point,
We did
Okay.
it. We did
with
it.
Bentley feeling refreshed.
Cool.
Nice.
You guys are able to reach the summit of the mountain.
Solid.
Okay.
More of a large hill, but
Okay.
we'll call it a mountain for now.
How tall would you say this mountain is?
Maybe a little over a mile. Nothing too intense.
Mile high?
I'm gonna look around. Gonna look around on the mountain. No, I'm not. 7.
7? Okay. You see a couple kind of like thorny looking plants just growing out of the little rocks and crevices.
Okay. No signs.
No signs up here. You guys don't look like you're on any kind of trail anymore.
Oh,
You've kind of just
okay.
gone up a hill. To your north, you presume, pretty far ways out is what looks to be a decently large city.
Yeah.
How does Zantha compare to what was the last city?
Alluvia.
Alluvia.
It is substantially smaller.
Uh-huh.
Most of the buildings look to be made out of like dirt or clay.
Oh.
Cool.
My kind of digs.
Adobe brick.
It's gonna be
There's almost no water near the city, from what you can tell.
Okay.
And there's very little plant life between where you are and where you're going.
How does the path look if we were just to straight shot it? Like if we were
Pretty
just like...
flat desert land.
Okay.
Awful. Sort of like that cracked earth look.
Okay, if we were back down and went on the path, which one is the shorter route?
It looks like the one to your left
If I turn around, the one to my left,
If you're facing the mountain where you started,
the one on
It'd
the
be the
left.
one on the
to
Okay.
go to the left, that one
And
looks.
can I see a path into the canyon from up here?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Back into the canyon.
9.
Back into the canyon.
You kind of think you see a path down back across on the other side of the canyon where you started, because you sort of know where to look. You see that trail down, but you don't see anywhere that looks safe to go down from this side. There's places where you could probably do it, but the path is only like a few inches wide.
Well, with Bentley all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about like down the mountain?
That's a good idea.
Straight down into the city. Like, could we walk that, or is it also like
It would be
sheer
a
cliff
similar
face?
hike to kind of what you just did.
Okay. I want to look around and see if there's any Pokemon, i.e.,
Dude.
6.
Are you looking specifically for Geodudes?
No, but I'm no.
I was waiting for the
No.
No, but I
yes.
wouldn't be opposed.
Okay. You do
I mean,
still
with a
hear
6, it's like, what does my answer matter?
You do still hear the one Geodude down in the canyon.
Yes.
Still working his way up. Dude! As he slams into
Just
the bottom.
echoing out of the canyon that's like so far below us.
It's loud.
But other than that, you don't see anything else nearby. Little buddy looks like he's in his element.
LB.
As you're holding him,
Nice.
he's getting like real warm, and he's kind of like almost like vibrating with excitement.
Cool. Little buddy, have you ever been to that town before?
Kind of shakes his little nose now.
Do you want to come with us?
He's like, sure.
Okay. Have you been in this desert before?
He's like,
Is it okay for us to go in there? Is it safe?
he kind of like sparks his back a little bit. Like,
I mean,
shoots
brought
out
us
a
to
little
that
flare.
bridge, so anything he tells us should be taken with a large grain of salt.
This Cyndaquil doesn't know shit.
I mean, he seems pretty trustworthy, like, but
But also,
he's a Pokemon, so
I don't know.
it's like, I don't know what you
pretty
humans can
naive.
do.
So
I don't
warmed
know.
up.
He's
Yeah.
not like the strongest Pokemon, so I feel like if he can handle himself, we probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want to take the scenic route, otherwise we can climb back down and follow the path.
I'm down to go hike it down.
Hike it down again?
Down.
All right.
Bentley, this
Sure.
really relies on you.
Yeah. You're
Well,
real perched.
I was parched, yes. I got a nice drink from the bubbler of Crash. I'm assuming my luck with the bridge is maybe where my luck ran out, and it's
Famous.
bound to get better. But
Should not have said.
We hope.
we hope indeed. So I'll hike it. I'll go
hike it?
slow.
Okay.
I'll trail you guys, watch you blaze the trail, because me blazing trails is not worked out historically for me. So
The trail.
Okay.
We blaze.
So are we climbing down the mountain and then it's like a straight desert?
We're
So
gonna
the
do
side
it.
of the
we see-
mountain is like a little bit more eroded from wind. It kind of looks like it's not as sharp over here.
Is it gonna be longer than a day's journey through this desert?
Given where the sun is in the sky, it's probably a little after 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So yes, you've probably got a night in the desert ahead of you.
Biggest fan of that, but
So what, you want to wait until morning and then do it in the morning?
no, I would say just take the path.
I,
But
I definitely think we should get down from the peak of the mountain before we make camp.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be fine sleeping up here.
All right, we going down?
Yes.
Going down the mountain.
We'll go down the mountain.
Something.
All right.
So you're hiking down the front face of the mountain.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, it's a little bit sandier here. It's kind of harder to keep your footing, but if you're taking it slow,
God.
Yeah.
it should be relatively simple.
Okay.
Those of you that have Pokemon out of the ball, you're able to kind of use them as support, and they do the same for you. And as such, you do not require a roll.
Nice.
Crash kind of helps you stabilize and gets you down.
Sweet.
As for the rest of you, if you guys aren't trying to make like quick time, this isn't so much a hike as it is just kind of like sidewinding your way down so you don't fall.
Okay.
Fair enough.
A lot of loose footing on the way down. It's really just eroded. There's a lot of sand. Looks like wind tends to kind of whip into the side of this mountain.
That's more what I was worried about with staying on the peak of the mountain. I feel like there's some
Set up
weather.
your tent and just
Write it down.
You ever tried
Let's go.
sleeping in a windy tent? It's horrible.
It's not fun.
It is not the best thing.
But yeah, we'll say an amount of time passes, and you guys make it down the mountain.
Woo!
Still daylight. You've got probably a couple hours.
Nice amount.
Love
So-
solid land.
Is this again just like arid,
Mountain wasn't solid.
dry desert?
Love it.
Very,
Solid land.
very dry desert. There are
Made
few
it.
plants.
No problem.
Okay.
That watery mountain.
That bridge over
Bentley's
air.
gonna look around
feel
and
you.
see if he can find any
Brr.
Pokemon or things with a 17.
Okay. You do find.
No Pokemon, but you find things.
Oh, never mind. So I add my perception to that?
Yes.
Oh, then it was a unnatural 20.
Okay. As you're walking
no.
around, just sort of towards Zantha, you guys kind of find yourselves swaying to the left and the right, just with the natural breezes that are rolling through.
I like it.
They're very unpleasant. They're just very hot. And you can kind of see Zantha on the horizon keeps shimmering in and out, kind of like a mirage, with just the amount of heat rising off the desert.
Dying.
You guys are finding it very uncomfortable just to walk.
Yeah.
You don't see any kind of plant life or anything. You find a few small rocks here and there. You do see what looks to be just a solidified slugma. You've seen them before, but like this one appears to be almost cooled over.
Okay.
It's just like, it looks hard as a rock and it's not
Yeah.
emanating the heat that you're used to from battling slurgma.
I'm gonna send out Mortar. And hey Mortar, can you go check out that Pokemon that may be dead, please?
That may be dead.
Mortar just kind of hobbles over to it, taps it a couple times. You can hear like a from his claw tapping into the side of just rock.
Medusa lives here.
Jesus. All right.
God.
The Basilisk. We're jumping dimensions now.
Why would that have happened?
I don't know, that's really kind of creepy, honestly.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But I'm also hoping that Mortar is enjoying the elements if it's really hot.
He does seem like he's having a relatively easy time of this, just being out in the hot breezes.
All right. So we kind of just look at each other and shrug like we don't know what's going on.
Very weird.
It is bizarre. So is it like stone? Like is it gray? It's like,
It's like very dark brown,
huh.
almost like a stone texture.
Wild.
He's just birthed from Mother Earth.
Or like this mountain used to be a volcano at some point and now isn't. I don't know. I'm spitballing here.
Birthed
I ain't no
from Mother Earth.
scientist.
Cooked him up. Oh. What do you have to be to cook a slug?
That's really weird.
Cook a slugma.
Oh no.
Idea. Bentley will tell Mortar to, like, I know he doesn't have this as a move, but like essentially ember the slugma, the
Heat
calcified, yeah, and see what happens.
Okay. Kind of
Fire punch him.
sparks up the
No.
arm.
Just
Kind of sparks up the
shatters.
arm
Yeah.
and just sort of waves it almost like a torch in front of this thing. Some of the rock and dirt that's sort of sitting around this thing start to kind of fall away, and you can see little drips of magma start to form on the surface and kind of drip down. And it looks like the magma that is dripping down is starting to coalesce on its back.
Interesting. So is it like sentient now?
No, it's a very slow process.
Okay. Mortar, keep doing that. Looks like you're healing it, I guess.
As he continues
I don't
to
know.
wave his arm around.
Do they nap with calcified rocks on them?
As he continues to wave his arm, the slugma shows more and more signs of life, and the little bursts of magma start to get a little bit more volatile, and Mortar actually kind of has to like shield his eyes a few times. It's just like some sparks start flying out. But the magma that flies off the slugma just sort of coalesces back onto it and sort of. It looks like it's starting to form like a carapace over its back.
Oh. That's interesting. All of this is interesting.
For science! What are we learning? That's wild. Alright, well,
It's weird. Never seen this. Never seen a weeping bell eat.
is it
Lady
like, can
either.
we see its like face and eyes now, or is it...
Respect
Still just on the
nature.
back.
Okay.
A lot of the just dirt and rock that's on there seems to be becoming molten and just sort of sliding down onto like the flat back of the slugma that's slowly just growing.
Milo, maybe want to get little buddy in there and speed up this process
Yeah.
a little bit?
Do we want to?
Well, I feel like it might be injured or something if it's not magma currently.
Or it's just sleeping
Yeah,
or
and
waking
you
it up.
woke him up.
I haven't done that yet. I don't think.
In the process.
All right, well.
How does
You want to catch it?
how's little buddy?
I don't know,
reacting
but
to
like
this
if you
situation?
guys are freaked out, I can call off Mortar and we don't have
He
to.
mostly just looks curious. He's kind of sniffing the air a little bit. He keeps like just jittering with excitement the more the magma kind of shoots out.
I'm just uncomfortable in general. It's freaking hot.
It is
Lava
like an
beast.
unhealthy, probably 104,
He's gonna
105
make it even
now.
hotter.
Great.
This is gonna, he's like, man. Dang.
I'm gonna have Noster come out, make some like ice, and I'm just gonna rub it all over myself.
Oh, can I get some of that?
Yeah.
All right,
You guys
I'll,
make like
you
homemade
go.
ice packs.
Yeah.
I'll call off Mortar from doing his
And I'm gonna call him back quickly. before we-
reanimation of
Yeah,
fire type.
Napster comes out and it's just like,
Sweating.
Weird.
So I'll do little ice packs.
Okay, so I've called off Mortar from doing
Okay.
that since
Mortar kind of like
everybody
sheathes
seems.
the arm, for lack of a better term. Turns around and heads back. Don't need this anymore. Just has like a nub.
Just like recedes into his arm. Oh, weird.
The process continues, but it is much slower.
Okay.
It's just like the occasional kind of like gob of lava will just flow off like the back of the neck onto the small of the back. And the little carapace thing that's forming is just slowly coalescing.
Because it's a mag cargo, yeah? I'm just like, it's hot enough. But if you guys want to, I will help. Just
No, I mean I've already called off Mortar.
Okay.
I feel like your instinct might be correct that we don't want to fight this thing. So
How big is it?
It's pretty good size. Larger than the one slugma you guys have seen in
and
battle
that's
before.
in a wild battle. If that attacks us, that's instant death.
Yeah, that thing will ruin us.
Just lava.
well,
Melt your
it's
arm off.
a slug and or snail, so I think we're gonna be okay. We just continue on. I don't think it's gonna catch up to us. So
Okay.
continue forward and
Yeah.
try and find some sort of cover, even though there doesn't appear to be any plant life really even. But
Yeah, there's not a lot. Anything
Okay.
that's out here is like a hardy desert plant. It's not going to offer you much in the way of shade. Pretty much everything out here's got thorns on it.
You have any
Some
Pokeballs?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just tried to catch it right now?
Oh, before it
I mean, I don't know if you want it. I don't have any Pokeballs.
finishes
I
coalescing.
do, but like, I don't even know if it's alive.
You'll find out later.
Yeah.
I guess, but no.
Go
Or we just keep going.
I trust.
Just an idea.
I
Just
trust.
a rock.
It
Yeah.
just comes out as rocks.
No, I
statue.
I trust Milo's instinct that maybe we shouldn't muck with it too much.
Okay. Let's do it.
Lickety wuck wuck.
Keep it moving.
Can we make Nubster into like an air conditioner for all of our tents? Yeah, it's great. I feel like we're gonna
Nubster
need
turns
that.
into like a raisin. He just no, no moisture. Just takes everything out of him.
Yeah, it's like Frozone when he needs a drink.
Yeah.
It's just like I got nothing left, guys. All right, so how much further
What's some
toward
distance?
town do we
Yeah.
get?
Let's go.
You guys probably cover
Come on,
what
Vamonos.
feels like 5 miles, but is actually maybe 2.
Wow.
But just from the heat
Right.
and how much you guys are just sweating and the sun's just bearing down on you, you guys are starting to burn. Just over time walking through this.
I've got very fair skin, like translucent.
Wow.
It's not good.
He might be a Pokemon.
Do you see Milo? He's so pale. This dude's straight red right now.
We should probably.
We have so many fire types, so this is like the least helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So much
true.
heat.
There's 3. Good boy.
There's 4. I got Cyndaquil.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Well,
about
buddy.
buddy.
Yeah, that kind of played into my let's not catch it
Yeah.
mantra, just because we're kind of falling into a
Got a lot of fire.
Don't
like
be
we're like a
typecast.
fire gym in ourselves. So are we camping?
I mean, what else can we
Is,
do
night,
right
is
now?
the sun going down?
Yeah, is it how?
It's
assume
like
it is.
very late afternoon.
This is gonna be a scenario where it's gonna get like below freezing at night, and we're gonna be happy we have Pokemon.
Probably.
Okay. Is there any land we can see that looks less affected by wind?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
19.
Nice.
Pretty much all across this desert that you're walking through are signs of just winds whipping through, just moving sand into little hills, and there's kind of like tracks of where breezes come through. It looks like if you were to set up in between one of these, you might have a chance. But
I didn't like how you worded that at all. You might have a chance.
Yikes.
Like you're not gonna survive the night. Okay, well,
Sounds a little scary.
How is the sun down, or is it almost down?
it's probably like you got maybe an hour left of daylight.
What's the temperature?
It's starting to cool down, but it's
I see.
still like triple digits.
Okay.
He's
Probably
still the
just
trip
crested
dits.
to like 100.
Okay. Trib dits. Okay. Do you guys want to start setting up?
Oh, good. Okay.
yeah. Is there anything we could do to
I
like?
don't know about this.
Yeah.
What else are we gonna do?
Just
I
keep
mean, we don't
walking.
really have an option.
We
I
can.
mean,
We can just keep walking through the night. You probably can't.
That's true.
it's presumptuous.
You feeling okay?
No. No, I'm
I
not.
got this.
Like, what were we talking about?
Just throws up. Like, oh, he's in dire straits here, guys. He was definitely
Alright.
concussed by that bridge.
Let's hang.
Camp time, campy boy.
Okay.
And get out.
Yes, that too.
All right, how do we want to split up the Night's Watch?
I'll go first.
Sound more enthused, please.
She
I
can.
don't like
It's very
this.
warm outside.
Yeah, it's hot.
You guys are all feeling like
Tired.
very physically drained.
I mean, I could take the first
You
watch.
shouldn't
can
be
do it.
doing anything. You
I
should
can do it.
probably rest the
Ben-
most
Yeah,
Ben's
of
the one
any
that's
of
not
us.
on
You just
watch.
sleep.
Ben's
It's
not
us
on
three.
watch.
We're just trying to.
You've been concussed. You need to sleep through the night.
Go chill out.
I'll take first watch with Shuckle.
You want second or
with
third?
Shuckle, with Shirley.
I'll do
Fine for
third.
either one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shirley the
Her
Shuckle.
bound.
That's my first time learning the name, by the way.
I said it earlier.
She
You
did.
did?
Yeah.
That's my first time listening.
I got second watch.
I will correct it.
Okay. So how are you guys orienting your campsite?
Oh god.
What is
Wait.
the situation?
Why?
of our
What's gonna crawl in it?
What can crawl in it?
It is very flat desert with a few kind of like sand dunes, for lack of a better word. They're very small,
I say just
Is there any
very
cacti?
small sand dunes.
Anything?
There are a few cacti around.
Pretty
Lots
big?
of small thorny bushes.
tent flaps
Okay.
facing away from the direction the wind is coming in.
Do we want
Yeah.
to like dig?
Can I make a survival check to help us out at all?
Sure.
Sweet.
Survive!
Mr. lived out in the wilderness?
That's an 23.
He did it!
Okay.
We're surviving!
Great Gugamuga.
Yeah. At some point in your travels, you've had some extensive experience with deserts. And you're able to...
How? Didn't we find you in a forest?
That's where he found him. Who knows where he was before that?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He's a wild
Where have you
boy.
gone?
Wow, boy!
Places, good things.
You're
Find a
able
rock.
to...
CJ was here.
You're able to kind of help your friends orient their tents in a way that the wind very likely will not be able to carry them away.
Solid.
And you anchor them in such a way that they're going to be stable and secure.
Thank you
Sick.
for doing that.
Got you guys.
All the while, Crash is kind of just stomping around the camp, like, ah!
Yep.
But you're like, all right, Survivor Man,
We gotta do
status,
this.
let's go. You're out there and you kind of help everybody set their tents up. You guys all set up Bentley's tent sort of central to yours, so you guys can kind of shield him from...
Look out for me, guys.
You'll be okay. You're gonna be alright.
Keep him okay. And you actually have the wherewithal to set up like a stick with kind of where the breeze is coming in and sort of how strong it is.
Sick. Dude.
So you'll have some bearing if something is coming to kind of
Okay.
But I am down a sock, so remind me to pull that off that stick before we leave.
Got it.
Just your underwear flapping.
You never go commando in the desert. He just goes full survival mode, like setting up all the fucking tents
Yeah.
perfectly, like staking them into the ground, and then hangs his underwear as a flag.
He's still CJ.
Yeah, he's still CJ.
That
after
hasn't
all.
gone away.
Yeah. Like, it went from very impressive to just downright weird again.
There. All right.
Okay, so
Cool.
first watch,
Yeah, me and
Speeds?
Shirley.
Phoebes and Shirley. Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, if you could.
All right, Shirley. Keep your little eyeballs peeled for anything weird.
Your noodles ready.
What am I doing?
Perception.
You're just rolling.
Roll.
You're just
12.
rolling
Oh, 12.
12. Okay.
What happens with a 12?
Nothing, hopefully.
12's a good number. 9.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Say with confidence.
On your watch, there's a couple times where you kind of get nervous, where like a breeze starts to whip up, and it does start to get very cold. And you and Shirley kind of just like huddle together for some warmth, and some noodles kind of come out, and they're just like, "We got you."
Yeah, Shirley.
And Shirley kind of helps you anchor
Shuckle
to
as a
the
wind guard.
Kind of helps you anchor to the ground a little bit.
Okay.
Keeps you from blown away too much.
The shell's so heavy.
Shirley just kind of anchors a couple of the noodles just into the desert.
Nice.
And just kind of holds itself there, and then
Okay.
is able to just keep you balanced. But yeah, there's a few times where you're like, should I wake everybody up? Because you can just see like out in the distance just like a huge cloud of dust.
Oh, God.
And it just passes like far away from your camp.
You know what? I'm gonna send out William. And I'm gonna have him practice his like sand attack and all of this.
Okay.
That's a good
use
idea.
it.
Smart.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Alright, so you got William practicing sand attacks.
William, get out there!
I wake up.
William! Let's practice
Okay.
your sand attack.
William's
Put
out
all
and
the
just kind of
sand,
goes like,
William.
And it's just...
he just starts kicking sand up, and it just sort of gets caught in the wind and like blows back in his face a few times. Then he turns around, does a little bit.
Try to control it more and like
Can she,
aim
like-
it at specific.
Roll for this?
Yeah.
Hit that cactus.
Do some training?
Hit some cacti. Hit those bristly bushes. Aim
Go
that
for it.
sand.
Go for it.
William!
Hit that cactus.
Yucky.
Oh
19
boy.
and slide in one.
Low one.
William just takes
19.
2 pawfuls of sand,
Yeah.
turns into the wind to like
No, William.
get a
No!
throw,
No!
and it just
William,
just
you gotta pay
catches
attention.
the breeze perfectly, just right into his eyes, and he's like,
William,
you
buddy,
hear him kind of chirping.
do you see those underwear over there? Pay attention to the direction it's flying.
He's just like,
William,
Can't
This is a sock.
focus.
This is a sock.
Yeah.
he was.
Oh.
He
sock?
kind of rubs his eyes for a few
I was
minutes and
hopeful for
finally
a
gets the
tiny
sand
white
grains out.
flag, but
Gotta pay
Come on,
attention.
boxers, man.
no such luck.
He's watching the wind now.
Okay.
Come on, William. 12.
Okay. So he sort of watches the wind, keeps his back to the breeze, gets 2 little pawfuls of sand, and just goes, "Het," and he like pulls his little arms back to fling it, and then the breeze pretty much just carries it out of his hands. And
Okay.
just like, "Phew." And it's kind of directed, but it's mostly just because there's a breeze.
He's like a wizard.
Dustamancy!
It's better than last time. Doing great, William. Doing great.
He just
Doing great.
He keeps trying to like touch his little hands together to like clean them up. But he's a pudgy boy. He can't quite get his little paws.
He's a round boy.
It's a round boy. Round boy. Round boy.
All right. Well, let's see if I'm gonna have him start aiming it at Chuckle's noodles, like have him move it around.
Oh.
Like have him.
It's like ring targets on all of his noodles, or her noodles.
Shirley. Is it a girl?
I don't know.
Is that a boy named Shirley?
Why not?
Could be.
Shirley
Child
Temple.
named
It's
Shirley.
2018, Ben.
We're doing 4 different nudes.
4 different nudes.
One was a 4, one was a 10,
I see what you're doing here.
one was a 1, one was a 13.
All right, William immediately forgetting all of your
I
teachings.
think we already need new die for William.
turns
Roll 2 once.
turns into the wind
He's just
with
hopeless.
one pawful. Just catches him in the eyes, but not one to give up. He's just like
Yeah, William.
throws it, and the breeze just changes and hits him in the other eye. He uses his tail and just brushes up a ton of sand. It flies. It goes like kind of near Shuckle, who just kind of goes, whack, ducks his little head in, pokes his head back out, sees us coming again, uses it to shield your eyes,
Yeah.
and then just the sand just comes and kind of like lands right in front of William, and he's just kind of like,
How'd I do?
William.
Couldn't really see any of that.
did I win? It's
Well, let's see if you can't, William, instead of picking it up with your little hands, how about you try to like whip it up with your tail, but like spin so it is a cone and you're not just flinging dirt.
have William make an intelligence check.
Interesting.
So we're getting a little advanced.
He's going to solve quantum physics with the sand. Do it.
He's been practicing.
Make a tornado.
William's not stupid. Give him more credit. 13.
14.
14.
14. Okay. William is able to use his tail after he sort of uses it to clean his eyes. He's kind of like cleans off his little face. Begins to whip up a whirlwind.
Nice.
Starts like getting a little bit of sand going. Moving his tail quickly is not something he could really do to like just spin it.
Right.
But he kind of just like is shuffling his tail back and forth, and it's making like little cross breeze sand attacks. Most of which are just getting carried into the wind.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to tell how he's doing, but
But it's more controlled than his little fistfuls.
it's a little bit more controlled than his little fistful.
Great job, William.
Fistfuls of sand.
He's done it. He's done it. He's done it. Yeah!
So at this point, you can see a little ways off in the distance, sort of downwind from you. There's 3 very like cross-looking geodudes that have their little arms crossed. They're just like, dude, and they're so sandy.
Jesus.
Very cross.
It's at that point that the 3 geodudes notice the wind changing, and they sort of like start hopping away.
Okay.
And the little sock that's kind of been flowing gently is just like
Oh, good.
in one direction.
Interesting.
But with that, your watch comes to an end.
Oh, thank God.
William can only get so much sand in his eyes.
Oh.
His eyes are just raw.
They're just fucking
It's
shot.
just shaved, like, just the outer layer of his eyeballs have been just worn away with sand.
Oh my god.
Just red.
Intense.
Don't worry, I'll help you out, William. I got some good medicine skills.
Yeah, his eyes are the color of your dice.
Wait, for real? Alright,
That's why she picked
whose
him.
turn? We pick?
Who you waking up?
I'm gonna wake up CJ.
Good call.
Survival man.
That's what we.
That's
So good.
For the record, I did not remember that there was a plan.
Yeah, I didn't
I just remember you were like, no, you need to rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crash is gonna crash, chill in the tent, bro.
CJ, wake up.
Oh,
Wake up.
You have to wait.
The sock's flapping. Fast.
It's like like toward us.
I mean, it picked up a few times, and then there's 3 geodudes over there, and I was practicing with William some sand attack, and they hopped off, which I don't think is a good sign.
Alright.
So good luck.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Got it.
We get some rest.
Crash, you can sleep, bro. I'm gonna take Growl with me.
Crash is just
snap.
like
He didn't wake up.
he's just snoring.
Yeah, it's
Zonked
Big
out.
snot bubbles.
Yeah.
start forming.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Okay. So you take Growl with you.
Yeah.
Okay. As you step out into the night air, it is substantially colder than when you went to sleep. And you're kind of like, whoa. You got your jacket. You're ready. But as you step out, taking note of the little sock on a stick, it's just flapping in the wind. And your hair's kind of like whipping around you.
This is gonna be fun.
Growls, sort of shivering a little bit, kind of like walks closer to you.
You're shivering, bro? Come on, man. Brought you out here because you thought you'd be warm. Son of a... Yeah. Okay.
Right, so go
Do you
to
have like
D20.
a nature check or something?
That's what I did earlier. Well, with the survival.
I mean, more like if you could tell, like if there's a haboob coming our way.
Don't know. We'll find out.
Or something worse.
18.
Nice. Survival boy.
Survival boy, survival boy.
So for the first time, you see one of those giant dust clouds. Looks like kind of something out of Mad Max, just with a little lightning.
Key distinction.
And it looks like it's just whipping towards you, and you're kind of like, hey, come on. Turn. And you can see the wind kind of just on a dime just shifts, and the whole thing just kind of carries over. You do catch kind of the tail end of that little dust storm. It's very uncomfortable to be outside. You kind of have to cover your face a little bit.
Oh god.
You're just like, just kind of covering yourself up. Growl kind of hides his eyes with his paws.
Smart.
As the tents kind of just whip around. Those of you who are sleeping are having kind of a rough go of it. As your tent walls just flapping.
That's about right.
But otherwise, that dust storm passes. And the wind sort of dies out for a little bit.
Sweet.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Proceed.
5 on a good side. 5? Okay. You're kind of keeping an eye out for the 3 geodudes that you were warned about. And occasionally you hear one kind of hop around, just like, dude. But you're unable to really place kind of where the sound's coming from.
It's the pilgrimage of dude.
Just like the hop-up swarm, but just thousands of geodudes.
Not being able to place that, I'm gonna turn to Growl and be like, "Yeah, you wanna try and light up those fangs and start shooting some fire at stuff?"
Kind of gives you like a
Let's do it,
nod
buddy.
at you.
Let's do it.
It's gonna light our tents on fire.
No, we're gonna walk a little bit away from the tents. Are there any, like, you said there's cactuses around, right?
Yes.
We're gonna walk over near one of the cactuses, maybe like 5-10 feet away from it for now,
Okay.
and be like, Growl, try and light up and spit some fire at one of those cactuses.
All right, get it.
Cacti.
Get it, boy.
Cactus candy.
That's a 3.
A 3.
Sand's everywhere. You can't see anything.
Between the wind and the sand, he's having a hard time kind
Your
of
eyes are bloodshot.
keeping a sustained flame. And he ends up kind of just coughing a couple times.
That
It's
makes
kind of
sense.
sad. But you do see during your little training regiment a very small shadow just kind of hobble up towards one of the nearby cacti. Sort of walks up and plucks a little flower off the top and kind of smells it pretty deeply. It's got like very large ears in the shadow. And it's just kind of walking around. And it kind of just waddles away for a little bit, and it sort of digs a little hole on it, puts the flower in there, kind of like buries it back down.
What on earth?
And you can see in the moonlight it's got a little crescent moon on its forehead.
I know that one. I know that one.
Sailor Moon!
I don't know that one. I really don't.
Just shifting through multiple universes.
Yeah.
We're Lord of the Rings. We're Sailor Moon.
We're gonna walk towards that thing.
Okay.
He always sees the craziest thing.
It,
Yeah, right.
it turns around to see you approaching and just kind of goes.
That's amazing.
What's up, little dude? I don't know what this thing is. What is this thing?
It's a Tayursa.
Oh
Just
my
kind of
God.
walks up. And you can see one of its paws is kind of sticky.
Just the
and it
shift
kind
of
of
his
walks
demeanor.
up
Yeah.
and like holds it out to you.
Yes. What is it? What did you
He's
say?
got his little paws kind of sticky, and he just kind of holds it out to you like this.
Oh, he's got sweet treats.
I'm definitely gonna touch his hand.
Okay.
Is he eating
Some of the
like
sticky stuff
freaking-
kind of like comes off his hand, and he just goes like this. He's like,
Oh, he's eating
Okay.
like prickly pear jam.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna eat some of it.
He's gonna get violent diarrhea.
you haven't had this in a while, but it is honey.
Yes.
Oh,
Where he got
nice.
this, you have no idea.
What? We're in the desert, bro. Where'd you find this?
He just kind of shrugs and just like, just keeps licking
That's
his paw.
amazing.
Jordan's face through this is so good. Are you out here by yourself?
Just goes,
You want to hang out with us? Yes.
I got nothing better to do.
Yes. All right. Well, here.
it just kind of holds up a paw. It's like,
What do you got?
and it turns around and goes over to the flower nymph, and it's just kind of burying it.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
What is that?
Why are you burying that?
He just goes,
Sounds
This is Jesse incarnate.
That's so
Broke
fantastic. But
and
okay.
he kind of walks over to the cactus it was just at, and it goes, and just plucks off one of the little arms of it, and it just starts picking the thorns out.
Whoa.
And he just sort of waddles over to you. And he's just like,
Why? What? Okay. This is amazing. I don't know why you're doing that, but I don't know that you're
kind of
gonna
plucks
be
it, and he
able
pulls out a little claw, and he kind of just carves into the
Oh,
fruit,
okay.
and he holds it
Drink
out
it.
to you.
to. Okay. Yeah. What is this? Should I
He just goes like,
drink it? Just water? What?
He's gonna be so sick.
it's a little salty and kind of sour, but it's refreshing.
Nice.
It's not bad.
Yes. I'm gonna drink these cacti. Oh yeah. This guy's
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Fantastic.
He's a survivalist.
Love it.
Ability is sweet drink create.
He's the
You want a
homie.
smoothie? I got you covered. You want honey? I got it. You want cactus juice? It's fine.
Here we go. All right. Well, come
My
hang out with
ties
us.
all around.
Let's go
You
sit
like
by the
these
Kind of
camp.
just waddles over. He
like
starts
the
petting
gatherer
Growl a
hunter.
little bit.
Yes.
Growl's like, ooh,
I
yeah.
was fine with it. That's amazing.
This dude's
You don't have
cool.
Pokeballs.
Or
Yeah, it
this
does.
gal, it
But
could
we're just
be,
gonna have to chill with us.
could be a female.
Are you hungry?
It's like,
It's high off cactus.
I'm gonna pull out a little bit of my pepper jerk. Seeing that it
Nice.
worked for you, I'm gonna try to do the same thing. You want to eat this?
well, that out, he's like,
Yes!
he takes a little bite, starts
Fantastic.
chewing.
Little omnivore bear.
This guy's the
Got
man.
a headache from laughing so hard.
I dig it.
Come on.
That's great.
Oh, fantastic.
He's cool.
Well,
He's
yeah.
cool.
You want to hang out with us for a while and maybe just be friends?
He kind of just waddles up to you and just like plops down.
Yes!
Doesn't really like lean down to sit, he kind of just throws his leg out, just lands on the floor.
Let's go. I like your style, bro. I like your style.
He's cool, kid.
Yeah, he is. Awesome. Sweet vibes from this guy. He's gonna hang out with us
Yeah.
for a while.
You can just create honey. That's pretty
Yeah,
badass.
he can.
Where did he get it?
No idea.
I'm so
Makes
confused.
no sense.
He kind
I
of
love
sits
it.
down with another little piece of cactus and is just plucking the thorns out.
Nice.
Carves a little bit for himself and kind of takes some sips.
It's like the world's oldest Teddy Ursa. Just doesn't sound. He just sounds so experienced.
Yeah.
Do you just drink that or can you eat it?
He's
Oh,
like
that's too
90.
confusing. Do you just drink that?
He's like,
Can you eat it?
he's like,
Never have. Oh, no, not good. Okay, no, that's awesome. Whoa, I don't know what to do. I'm so excited. I'm just like sitting here like, oh, this is so
In
cool.
awe.
Little bear
We're like,
You're
amazing.
He's just losing his mind.
so cute. Oh my god. Pretty much.
He's just like mushing his cheeks, like ah!
That's basically what's happening. We're gonna come back to the little camp area, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna wake up Crash. Be like, oh Crash, you gotta come out here. We made a new friend. He's like, "Ah!" Yeah, he's cool. You're gonna like him. Come outside.
kind of hobbles out of the tent, kind of jumps over the edge, just like,
Yeah, that's what I thought too at first, and then he gave me honey, and some water from a cactus. It's pretty cool. He's rad.
He sort of holds up his little bowl of cactus juice to Crash, and he's just like,
Oh my god.
You knew that was coming.
he's got little thorns in his tongue.
You're not supposed to eat it.
The little bear just walks up and goes, oh, easy, easy. And Crash kind of calms down for a second, and he just starts plucking the thorns out of his tongue.
Yes.
And he goes, and he turns around and he comes back and he's got a little bit more honey.
Oh my god.
Crash's tongue. And Crash just like, mm.
That's much better than thorns. It's like the exact opposite of thorns.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Where's he get the honey? He just makes it. He just sweats honey.
I love it. This is amazing.
That'd be delicious.
You have to eat so
Yeah.
much sugar to sweat honey.
So cool.
That's awesome.
Alright.
We need third watch.
Yeah. I don't know what else to do. I guess bring out Bang. See how Bang is down with this.
Yeah, just honey party.
Bang! Bang kind of pops out and is like, what are we doing? What's going on? Sees the little bear and kind of just goes, aw.
Yeah.
Kind of like hops up, starts petting it. The little bear's just like,
That's him back.
that's him back.
Mutual petting.
Whoa.
They love each other.
CJ Survival Guy is just having the time of his life.
This is so great.
This is amazing. All
Mila,
right.
at this point in your tent, you can kind of hear like some excited hoots from Bang and
We're having
and Crash
quite the
kind of
party.
Yeah, they're all getting
yowling
treats out there.
in the night. And you
Yeah.
kind of smell like something sweet kind of rolls into your tent. You kind of lull awake.
Stick your head out of the flap.
What's going on? Awesome. This is so awesome.
You okay out here, CJ?
Yeah, I'm fantastic.
Alright, good night.
No. No.
Wake me up when it's my turn.
It's your turn. Come out.
Is
Hang
it
out with
really?
us.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Come hang out.
What's going on out here?
We met a little friend. He's a little bear dude.
Oh, look at that guy. Hi,
Wake
buddy.
up. His other's like kind
Yes.
of waves at you.
So chill.
Just honey dripping off of his
It's
fingers.
pretty wild. He like made all of my boys way more mellow. They might just be tired, but right now
Weird.
they're just chilling.
That's kind of cool.
It's pretty awesome. You're a different vibe from this guy. I like it.
Since he's not in a Pokeball or anything, I got a little buddy who's walking up behind me, and I don't know what he does because he's not mine.
Little buddy kind of just shivers a little bit in the breeze. Sparks a little fire off, and the bear just kind of goes.
Just loving it.
Yeah. And he kind of goes,
Oh,
walks
yeah.
over.
He's like Mary
He-
Poppins.
It's just never ending. It's amazing.
He kind of hobbles over
Pulls out
to
s'mores.
another piece of cactus. He kind of like plucks out a couple thorns for you, carves a little hole, and he holds it up to you and little buddy. And he's like,
Thanks. What do I do with
It's
this?
great. You drink it. It's
You
super.
drink it?
It's super refreshing.
Okay, I'll reach down to little buddy first.
all right. His little tongue kind of laps up a little bit, and he's like,
It's good stuff.
Alright, now I'll take a swig.
it's a little bitter, kind of sour, a little twinge of salt, but
Just refreshing.
it's refreshing.
Cool. Wow, that's a handy skill to have.
Right?
Yeah,
Never would have thought of that.
that's cool. Did you catch him?
No, I don't have any Pokeballs. He's just kind of chilling with us right now.
Oh, cool. Well, like Cyndaquil here?
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Similar situation. Actually,
Collecting
gave him some
friends.
pepper jerky.
Oh, hey!
Yeah.
It works.
It does.
They love the pepper jerk.
They do.
Are you going to sleep?
Do you want to be alone?
No, I don't care.
Are we only talking questions?
Do you want to like?
No, I don't care. I'm just saying, like, it's my turn.
I'm
so.
really excited right now. I don't think I could sleep if I tried, so I'm down to hang
Just
out with
awaken
my-
his
Yeah,
head.
no, I'm cool.
Cool.
Cool. So I guess we're doing a group watch.
Okay.
for the last portion. I'm gonna send out Howl as well. So we got some extra heat, and Howl and Growl can
Brother connection.
chill.
We haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah.
Alright. Hal and Growl kind of do a little walk around of each other. In the midst of the little bear party, the wind does start to kick up again. And the little bear does point at your sock, which is kind of just like flapping just incredibly towards you guys, to the point that you're worried it might actually like fly off the stick.
Oh.
Snap.
And the little bear just goes,
Yeah, probably. Might be a good idea.
What's he pointing at?
he just kind of points off in a direction sort of towards the mountain.
Oh, like he wants us to follow him?
I don't know. I wasn't reading that the same way.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to go over there?
He's like,
That was so not
kind of takes his little he takes a little paw and kind of like digs a little hole in the sand, points to it, and then points at the mountain.
Like a cave?
It's like,
let's go. That seems like it might be a good idea.
Should we grab the others?
Yeah, definitely. That's soccer.
Others.
Where?
Yeah, I mean that sock is really going, so I think we should. It might be a good idea to move.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he said cave, and it's not far. So I mean I trust him.
Okay.
Obviously we just met, but
All right.
super
We go back to his
so-
cave and he murders us.
He could be the little one of a very nice Ursaring couple.
Yeah, for
They
real.
could maul the fuck out of
Yeah.
us. But I trust him.
I mean, it's either cave or
Deal with whatever.
get
Yeah,
ruined by
deal
this
with this
dust
ruin.
storm.
Yeah.
So
That's a guarantee.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like it's coming
All
at
right,
us.
yeah,
Like it doesn't
that's
seem like it's
fine.
changing. So
All right.
we need to move regardless.
Okay. I'll wake up Phoebe. Hey, Phoebe.
I'll go get Bentley.
What's up?
Long story short, we're moving.
Why?
There's a huge dust calamity on the way, and I'll explain on the way. But I just need you to get up.
Fine.
Okay.
Bentley!
Well, I packed my stuff.
I like startle awake and like immediately grab my head because that was loud and
My
my
bad,
head
bro.
hurts a lot.
My bad, bro. I totally forgot. I'm just very excited right now.
Okay, it's what 4 a.m. What? Why are you waking me up?
I met a little bear dude, and he is helping us get to what we have figured out as a cave. So we need to go because the wind is coming, and it does not look good.
Like a storm?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I like slowly get up, not fully realizing the severity of the situation until I exit the tent.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, and
Yeah.
start packing the tents.
It's pretty crazy out here.
All right.
Pack up.
Quickly packing
Phoebe,
up.
while you're packing, a little tiny bear kind of pokes his head into your tent and just goes,
Hi.
he just goes,
What's up?
he goes,
Yes.
Waves? Waves
Kind
of
of.
sand?
We're not very good at charades.
Yeah.
We gotta go faster?
Yeah, we gotta get going.
All right.
It's got like
I'm
a
hustling.
Rolex on.
I'm gonna call back Bang and probably Growl too.
I'm gonna keep Shuckle. I'm gonna send Shirley out, Shuckle.
okay.
And stabilize me. And you guys too. It's got a lot of nudes.
Sweet.
He,
Got a lot of
Bear
nudes.
Boy
Gonna
was
send
saying
them.
strong sandy winds are coming.
Yeah, but you
We
send
don't
out.
have time.
Yeah, so you send out the slowest Pokemon we have.
That's true. All right, that's true. Never mind. If we need Shirley.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You guys pack up camp.
Yep.
And you can see out in the distance, like just past Zantha, is just like a royal of clouds just rolling towards you.
Fantastic.
It's incredibly dark in there, and it just looks very dangerous.
It's Mad Max with more lightning.
You can kind of see in the moonlight. There's like just objects being thrown in this.
Fantastic.
All right,
We
well,
really need to go.
Let's run.
Yeah, let's sprint to wherever the cave is, following.
The little
Leader's,
bear
I
just
guess.
looks at you and is kind of like,
Let's go.
and then just takes off like a shot.
Whoa.
It's just like sprinting through the desert.
It's the Flash. Yes. He's the fastest barrel alive.
Okay, he means business. Let's go.
Yeah. He kind of runs ahead and he'll turn back and be like,
Come on.
That's amazing.
That's so good.
probably like 300 yards from where you guys are is like a little mound of sand. And he kind of runs around the back of it and then leans over. He's like, let's go. And you get there and you can see, it almost looks like a mine shaft. There's like little wood boards kind of holding up some compacted dirt that leads down into like a little shelter.
Interesting.
In
Seems
we
a little
go.
sketchy, but we don't really have other choices.
Yeah.
I feel like the cool factor outweighs the danger factor. Also, there's a massive fuck off storm coming.
We should go in there.
I'm about to get blown away.
Hey, let's go in there.
Let's do it.
As you guys kind of walk in, CJ, he kind of walks up to your coat and kind of pulls you. And he points to a little rope that's too high for him to reach. And it looks like it's attached to like a big wooden door that you could kind of close.
Okay, I'm gonna close it for him.
Okay. Kind of shuts down and it gets very dark in there.
Fantastic.
I'll send out mortar and have him illuminate the area.
Okay. In the sort of dull torchlight of this little mine shaft that you guys are in, it only goes down probably like 5-10 feet, but it looks like it's very hard compacted earth and then just like wood boards kind of like just positioned to hold up anything that's in here. The most notable thing in this room is the adult-sized skeleton in the corner.
Oh.
With what looks to be a lot of like camping gear on, but it is fully decayed. It's got like a headlamp, a big like sun hat. There's a massive just array of just backpacks in the corner, and he's holding what looks to be a book in his hand.
Holy crap.
I'm gonna check out the body, make sure there's no claw marks.
Something is happening.
How did you see all
It's
the
decayed.
skeleton?
It's not a recent thing.
Have you... Hey, also, little bear
Body
dude,
can still decay after being slashed first.
have you been here before?
He's like,
Is this your home?
Oh.
Where's the...
Did you know that person?
he kind of looks over and his eyes kind of well up a little bit. He goes,
Oh, snap. I'm
Oh,
sorry, little
sad.
man. And I pat him on the head.
Real sad.
Oh,
Oh god. I was gonna take the
Oh,
sun hat.
God.
Now I'd feel like a dick.
He kind of walks over to the body and kind of like gently pulls the book out of the hand, and it kind of like crumbles over, and he's like,
Oh.
and he just walks over and is like,
Read it, Phoebe.
Sure.
No.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
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 Read it.
Okay.
What's it say?
Crack it open.
okay. It appears to be the journal of a Jonathan Gilroy, who was on an expedition from Zantha to discover a new species of Pokemon,
Oh.
purported to be down in the valley that you guys crossed. But these storms got to be too much. He lost the other members of his expedition
Oh, snap.
down in the canyon
Oh, snap.
to what he calls the metal monster.
Okay.
Whoa.
This is intense.
And
This is the valley we're in, right?
No, the
The
one
valley
we
of
crossed
Kings.
over.
Oh, that's where he's looking.
Yeah, we're glad we didn't go down there.
And
Yeah, for
the
real.
final passage of his book is kind of stained in blood, and it says, "I fear I shall succumb to my wounds."
Oh, God. What hurt this dude? Terrifying.
Wow.
You can see across the front of his, what would have been sort of the torso, is just a tatter of just old cloth, and the ribs are all just caved in.
Jesus. Guys, that doesn't look good.
No, it does not.
So, how far down does this like mine shaft go? You said it was like 5 to 10 feet, but like
Yeah,
does
it's really just like a shelter from storms.
Yikes.
Makes sense.
Okay, so
there's
it
nothing
doesn't
else?
lead
Just
anywhere.
about-
He just like
Just
got
the guy.
I don't know. Is there anything in the book about little bear guy?
It mentions a few times
Yeah.
him having a partner, but it doesn't ever mention anything by name.
Okay.
You said his other partner.
Anybody else that he came down to explore with.
Yeah.
He wrote in the journal that they were either missing or killed in the canyon.
Holy moly.
So can I do like I don't know what kind of check this would be, but like check to see if I can decipher
Ask him.
what his wounds
That would be
caused
medicine.
by? Okay.
I'll
do that.
We already did.
13.
You said,
Yeah.
do you know him? And you just teared up.
Oh, yeah.
It
So,
looks like he was very obviously like crushed.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not that's what killed him, it's kind of hard to say. It might have been just decay of the bones.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really sure. But it does look like several of the ribs are just a perfectly clean, just snip. Oh boy.
It's terrible. Well,
Yeah, I
Kind of horrifying for a couple of kids.
don't know what got to this guy, guys, but he was clearly in very bad shape when he kicked the old bucket, as it were.
yeah.
The little bear kind of looks at you and just goes,
Sorry. Still kind of want the sun hat.
Little bear guy. Was he your owner?
he goes,
Kinda. Okay. That's interesting.
kind of like holds his hands together. It's like,
You're a team. Partners.
But you knew him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow. That's
Whoa.
real sad.
Super sad.
kind of walks over to one of the backpacks and pulls out a little water bottle. And it's covered in sand, but the inside looks relatively pure. And he's like,
Bentley, if you need it, go for it.
Quite parched. Thank you. I'm sorry for being rude.
it's like,
Bear's really freaking cool.
Super
Yeah.
awesome survivor guy.
Yeah. So, is there water in it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'll take a small taste, I guess.
okay. It's kind of like stale, but
Okay.
Water.
Expired
It
water.
is water. It's not the cactus juice that everybody got.
We'll make note. We'll make note of that, and we'll make sure you get some of it out of here.
Yeah. So, I mean, not to be an asshole, but like, should we look in this guy's pack to see if there's any supplies that could maybe help us or help Teddy Ursa?
I think that's
Say maybe if there's a Pokeball in there that
probably
is his.
a good idea. Yeah, I was gonna ask him. Do you normally like? Do you have a Pokeball?
he's like,
Does he have it? Interesting. Okay. Is it okay if I look for it?
he goes,
Okay, I'm gonna do an investigation check on the skeleton.
okay.
A skeleton.
Messed up skeleton.
What's my investigation? Dang it, 9.
You kind of dig around in his pack and like his little like side satchel pouch. You don't find any Pokeballs in there. You find a few like quickly scrabbled notes. It looks like things that were ripped out of the journal at one point or another. You do find what looks to be a quick sketch of something. And it just says new species with a bunch of question marks on it. And it's this like kind of oval shape with a bunch of like gear, kind of like gear wheels behind it. And the gears have like arrows pointing to show movement, kind of spiraling around this thing. And it looks like a very quick sketch drawn, and it's kind of torn and tattered and faded, and it was just shoved into his pocket.
Wow.
You should ask him if you ever saw it. Teddy Ursa.
Is there anything else that we're seeing? I will.
I mean, you can ask.
I mean, yeah,
Teddy
you
Ursa.
too. You can.
Okay, because am I over there?
I mean, we're all in like.
Yeah, I
the
feel like
same
we're all
10-foot room.
reading
Hold
this
up.
thing.
Like, dude, did you ever see this?
His eyes just go wide and he gets kind of pale, and he's like,
Yikes.
In that canyon?
I think our boy's the only one that made it out.
Yeah. Is big?
he's like, holding his little hands out.
As far as he can.
Way big.
We're thinking it's like Registeel.
Gears behind it.
Yeah, that kind of threw me.
I don't know. So no Pokeball?
Not on his person, but he does have that massive stack of backpacks.
All right. You guys want to start going through these backpacks? See if we can find anything that's of use?
Is that all right, Tadiersa?
Yeah.
He's good.
All right.
Just don't want to disrespect it.
What is the check? Investigation. 18.
18.
22.
Damn.
10.
Should I make another one?
If you want to. Otherwise, we can just say while you're looking through the.
Each check a bag.
Yeah, I mean,
While you're looking through the guy,
Check
can we look
it.
at that
that's fine.
backpack?
Let's do that.
Well, how
Check
many?
it
Yeah,
real
I
good.
guess it depends how many bags there are.
It's like one big backpack and then kind of like a bedroll, and then like a smaller backpack.
I'll check the bedroll.
Okay.
You check the big backpack.
The big bag.
Okay, I'll
Big
check.
bag?
I'll
Big
check
bag.
the smaller
Okay.
pack.
big.
In the smaller pack, you find horribly expired rations.
Gross.
Used to be food, is now just like fungus.
Gross. Real gross.
Ooh, what kind of fungus?
I'm gonna compost these in my berry garden.
Yeah.
Science!
In the larger backpack, you find a few days of like travel clothing.
Okay.
Probably too large for any of you.
Can we wrap it around our heads? Protect from the sand.
You do find another sort of like notebook in this backpack,
Okay.
as well as eventually you do come across a Pokeball.
I found it, CJ. Or I think so. Is this yours?
He just goes,
Sweet.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Is there anything on it? Like a name or anything?
I don't know. Is there?
there's like a ton of damage to it.
Okay.
Lots of scratches and scrapes on the outside.
Makes sense.
Okay.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I'm gonna read the journal.
Okay. Inside the journal are 2 words.
Help me.
No.
Jesus. Kill me.
Like
even
just right
worse.
inside on the first page, just says Emery McKinley.
Oh.
Can you spell that?
Snap.
EMORY. MCKINLEY.
Oh, snap.
And that's it?
That's just in the first page.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
What's on the second page?
A whole bunch of shit you can't
Guys,
understand.
I don't know if we should be reading this. This is... Isn't it McKinley? That's Tegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Oh.
Just keep
it's gotta
it.
be
Yeah.
one of her parents.
It could be a
Oh, I forgot her last name.
coincidence, but
Whoops.
Well, I mean, if it's anything like the other journal, we're not gonna be able to understand any of it.
We can just take it
should
with
we
us and
look through it now? Because she told us she was going off to meet her dad.
Yeah.
Emery's a boy's or girl's
It could.
name.
Yeah, it could be either.
Could be either.
It might.
But no, that's the thing. Is like it could be like her mom was one of the adventurers, maybe, and this
Oh,
is her
snap.
pack. I don't know. But it's like if it's her dad and she like was telling us like I figured out where my dad is and like scampered off, and it's like her dad was killed in this expedition. It's like she's not gonna find her dad.
This is a sketchy situation to be in.
I'm curious, but she was like highly suspicious of us the whole time. So maybe this will build trust if we don't read it
Might be a good idea.
and just say that all we saw was this and then we stopped.
I think that might be a good call.
I like that plan.
Okay.
I like that plan.
All right, close that thing.
This is
Putting that in your backpack?
This is
Yeah.
real heavy stuff. Put that where you won't
As
lose
you
it.
close the notebook.
Where William won't take it.
As you close the
He's in his
notebook and
ball.
kind of seal it in your bag, you can hear the storm starting to hit above you, and the little hatch that's holding the door shut is like barely working, and a lot of sand is kind of shaking through the wood, kind of burying in there.
Oh, God.
The little bear just kind of sits down, plops himself down, kind of leans over, finds this little like gas lantern. Kind of holds it over.
Get this stuff.
You guys are in what is essentially like
his house.
a camp
Oh, okay.
for these
Where they-
expeditioners. So
okay.
he's got everything that they brought with them.
Okay, cool.
So he kind of just leans over to a little gas lantern, holds it out to you guys, and is like,
Light it up.
points to little buddy and is like,
The little buddy's his own thing.
little buddy just looks up at you and is like, it's kind of hobbles over and just
Oh God.
is like about ready to go, and then some of the sand falls down. He kind of sneezes, and his little back goes.
Nice.
Little bear just goes.
Perfect.
Well, bear guy, have you been out here by yourself for a long time?
He points up at one of the walls, and there's just little claw marks.
Ooh boy.
How many?
Hundreds.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're a wow.
Oh, this is heavy. This is
Wow.
really heavy.
Well, you should. I mean, if you want to, you should come with us. Hang
Yeah.
out with us.
He's like,
You're cool, dude.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
Get you out of the desert finally.
Let's go.
you can see just like dozens of kind of shriveled up little cactus fruit bowls, hundreds of little cactus needles over in one corner, and a bunch
some
of
of those.
old jars that looked like they at one point were storing honey.
Well, that's where I got the honey.
Yep.
I'm very astute. I can solve clues.
Clearly.
This is where the bear got the honey.
I think these honey jars are where the honey's coming from, guys. Just saying.
I'm kind of curious if this Pokeball works.
Thank God you're here, Bentley.
Ask him.
I'm still
Hey,
very
man.
concussed. It's a problem. I can't think straight at all.
Do you want to see if this still works? We'll pull you right back out.
He's like,
All right. I'm gonna
Try it. Try it, Siege.
okay.
You just call him back.
Come back.
There's like a little spark kind of shoots out, and a little red sort of like deatomizing laser that shoots out.
Deionizing laser.
How else
More
do
or
you
less. I mean,
describe
that's-
it?
know, it's perfect.
yeah,
It was great.
that's-
Like that,
that
thing
works
that like
perfectly.
changes their atoms.
It comes out about 3-4 inches and just kind of sputters out. And he just goes,
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Well, does this appear to like just not work at all anymore?
it looks like it's pretty beat up.
CJ, you still have the amber Pokeball,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That
you
is true.
took, borrowed, stole one of the things.
Take him from being a homeless, sad,
I mean, if anyone we've met so far is more deserving.
yeah,
of
to
luxurious
living in
home.
luxury.
I do not disagree with you at all, and I would absolutely use it on him. However, this is sort of like a Koa situation with the Mareep, where if it's a death save necessity, I was kind of holding on to that for Crash
Oh,
in case it's needed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I,
Because he doesn't have a ball.
even to this point, didn't know that Crash didn't have his own Pokeball.
Does
so.
not.
No,
Okay.
he doesn't.
Well, look at me being a member of the team.
But
always
I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Oh, you said it earlier? Oh, I wasn't listening.
Did I tell you that the honey was in the jars? Did I tell you that? I'm pretty sure I figured that one out.
So, I don't know how the logistics of this works, but regardless, I think you should take the broken one with you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not just gonna like throw it.
Okay, because if we need it to like transfer him to a new one, or
Yeah.
like if you try to catch him and it doesn't work because he's already
This
caught,
one. Yeah.
like
For sure.
let's have all the pieces.
yeah, maybe there would be people in town who could fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're definitely gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Can we tell how many people were in the expedition?
Like,
just from mentions of
Iron Balls.
From mentions of the expedition, it seems like there were 6,
Okay.
but this little hovel looks like it could maybe comfortably fit 2 or 3 adults long term.
Okay.
I gotta figure out his name. If he has one.
Do you have a name?
Maybe someone in town will know.
Maybe.
We'll know who this dude was.
Let's see if he even has a name.
Is there anything in the book, his book, that
No,
says where
he
he's
said
from?
it
just
doesn't. It
mentions
doesn't
that he
name
has a
anybody.
partner.
Yeah.
No, where he's from.
Oh.
Oh,
The
where?
guy.
Where the guy's from?
Yes.
You just said you came from Zantha.
Or
Yeah.
so they just
The expedition
okay.
set out from Zantha.
Okay, so we can ask around.
Jonathan Gilroy.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
If he doesn't have a name, I already have a name ready. So.
Okay, so are we just
Poppins?
Excited.
No, but that's good.
like resting for the remainder of the storm, I guess,
yeah.
at this point? Like we'd have to get through the remainder of the night anyway, but
Yeah.
Just keep listening to see.
I'm gonna just one at a time introduce everybody on my team to the dude.
Okay.
Bentley's gonna go to the wooden door and just kind of like try and look out like maybe one of the slats to see if there's like anything out there, like Pokemon that are like seeking shelter, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
With a 11.
You don't see or hear anything other than just the raging storm above you.
Damn
Crazy. All right.
Just howling winds and sand just whipping around.
Hey, Teddy dude. How long do these normally last? Do you know? You've been here for a while.
Teddy dude.
He kind of looks up and draws like a circle in the sand and grabs like a little stick, just kind of sticks it up there, and he draws a line and he just goes kind of like this and draws like a 25 minutes half hour mark.
My
This
God.
bear
He's
is
so
legit.
Partner makes full sense now.
Yeah.
This bear was the survival part of this squad.
Yeah, he's like
This bear
evolved to
is
be
Jonathan
twice
His
Gilroy.
psychic
psychic type.
Pokemon, he was going to freaking get them through everything.
He is Jonathan.
Probably at this
That's
point,
his
I
journal.
fully believe that he
I am the
he is
sentient
Jonathan
bear.
Gilroy, and this guy who just
My
was
kin all died because
described.
they were weak and stupid.
I wouldn't put it past anything. It's
amazing.
talking me off.
That's so impressive.
This is wild.
Love it. He's so smart.
You're cool.
smart.
He sticks up and goes,
Amazing.
Man.
Just waiting it out.
So can I do I mean, I guess it probably won't matter, but
So much.
like a history check to see if I know what the sketch of the new species could possibly be? Is that a thing?
yeah.
All right. 21.
21. It's reminiscent of something that is not new, but given how long this body's been here, it's kind of hard to say when it was discovered, but it looks an awful lot like a Steelix.
Interesting. Okay.
With gears. This could be something very interesting. Is this what I think? Like, I don't know.
That's terrifying.
We're gonna have to talk about this.
It's no
really,
bueno.
really happy we did not go in that canyon.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
We'd be dead.
Woo!
That unicorn Rapidash Ponyta, whatever that was trying to kill me.
We need
know
to
what I
feed the beast. Get down here, you sacrifice.
Serious.
Since we have a little time, is there anything in here you want to take with you? Like you got a jar, I don't know if you want to like fill it with stuff or
Some of those needles
just have 100 cactus needles to
throw at
or
Steelix.
any like trinket or anything like to remember your time here.
He kind of waddles over to the backpack, pulls out what you guys thought was like a small belt, kind of just fastens it around his waist, and he has like a couple little pouches on there, and he just starts filling it with some little tiny trinkets off the
Amazing.
Cool.
body.
It's
And he gets a little like kind of walking stick.
I feel like
He takes a little bit of cloth off of Jonathan's shirt, kind of rips it, makes a little headband out of it.
anything we survive at this point will be thanks to this guy.
Bentley goes
No,
over
you
and
guys are
takes
just
the sun
brothers.
hat and puts it on Teddy Ursa.
You did what?
I said I went over and I took the sun hat off of the guy and I put it on Teddy Ursa's head.
Teddy Ursa.
And he kind of like fits it on his head, and a little tear comes to his eye, and he kind of like
Aw.
wipes his face. It's like,
Bentley.
You are incredible, sir. Incredible.
Do you want to cut him some ear holes in the hat?
Do I make a
his ears
cut
are
ear
kind of
hole
just
check?
like flat under the hat for now.
I think that's Constitution.
He walks over to one of the old jars and just kind of holds it in his little paws and kind of looks at where to put it. It's kind of just like...
You want me to take it? Yep.
Nice.
I can do that. Put that in my backpack.
He's like...
Yes. I got you, boy.
I'm gonna take some of those cacti needles.
Do it.
How many you want? It's like several hundred. I've been here for a long time.
I'm gonna grab a handful.
How big are the jars?
what?
For like the honey?
Like a mason jar?
Yeah, it's like a little mason jar.
I'm gonna fill a jar with
That's a
them.
good idea.
Okay. They're small enough that they're not like annoying to carry, but they're too big for...
Yeah, I'm just gonna fill a jar full of needles and then...
So, what's the status of the storm?
Sounds like it's sort of reaching its conclusion.
Okay, is the
You
sun
can kinda
coming up?
Yeah, you can kind of see a little ray of sunlight starting to come through.
Okay, well, I know
Sweet.
Teddy yours is good to go. He's got his little walking stick.
Ready to roll, bro?
Should we eat a little bit and then roll out?
Yeah, let's eat a little bit and roll out.
Eat a little bit and roll out.
Teddy Urso just kind of starts walking towards the little hatch. Uses his little stick to kind of push it open.
Nice.
He just kind of walks out and he's like,
Let's do it.
Lead the way.
We're clearly
my
ready to
dude.
go.
Can I perceive right when we walk outside, like, what havoc this wrought? With 15.
some of the sand dunes are like substantially larger than they were. And there's a few like pretty sizable branches that are just kind of embedded in the desert. There's a number of what you guys thought were geodudes sleeping that were just like big boulders that kind of just slid
Wow.
from the force of the winds.
Wow.
But Zantha still looks largely untouched.
Damn, how do they do it?
Is it in a bubble?
We must have some sort of.
Alright, let's go to Zantha.
Yeah, you down to go there,
Zantha!
Teddy man?
He just goes,
Let's do it, buddy.
In his homeland.
kind of just starts walking with his little stick.
Love it.
And that's where we'll call it.
Sweet.
Storm clouds pass and dust settles as our heroes make their final approach to Zantha.